Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds to 9 o'clock with news of trouble in Hong Kong. A surprising number of the city's residents want to leave. But first, the number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits was at a 43-year low last week, pointing to sustained labour market strength. But how long will the current economic expansion in the US last? They rarely run more than a decade straight, and we are approaching that. So the odds for another downturn will occur in the next few years. Either that, or the expansion will become an all-time record, which doesn't seem likely to me. There is trouble brewing in Hong Kong. A quarter of the representatives elected to their legislative council want more independence from China, something Beijing is not happy about. And these renegades are getting more aggressive, poking the bear. This restlessness is showing up on the street. 40% of them want to leave. There's a lot of people. Hong Kong has a population of more than 7 million, so potentially almost 3 million people could be on the move if things deteriorate. China's September exports fell 10% from a year earlier in US dollar terms, far worse than expected, while imports unexpectedly shrank almost 2% after picking up in August. That's suggesting signs of steadying in the world's second largest economy may be short-lived. This is a worry for many emerging economies heavily dependent on China. In India, the good monsoon this year is putting downward pressure on prices, especially food prices, and that opens up the opportunity for them to cut their high official interest rates, which are currently sitting at 5.75%. And the Reserve Bank of Australia released its annual report yesterday, and the most eye-catching element was the dividend they paid the Aussie government, $3.2 billion, their largest ever. For comparison, the RBNZ paid Wellington only a $140 million dividend. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is down sharply, now at 1.74% following the release of the Fed minutes yesterday. The US benchmark oil price is a little higher today, now just under $50.50 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is just under $52 a barrel. And this comes after it was reported US crude stocks have risen more than expected. The gold price is higher as well, up $4, now at $1,256 an ounce. The New Zealand dollar has held yesterday's levels overnight, opening today at the same level as this time yesterday. That leaves it at 70.9 US cents. On the cross rates, it's 93.7 Aussie cents and 64.2 euro cents. The TWI is still at 74.9. However, against the UK pound, we are at an all-time record high at 57.9 British pence. Tough Brexit consequences are certainly starting to bite there, even though on the street, denial is still evident. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.